On June 21, 2026, HBO will broadcast the premiere of House of the Dragon Season 3. But the real unveiling happens 11 days earlier, with an exclusive debut at the Taormina Film Festival in Italy. The board is completely reset. Aegon II has smuggled himself out of King's Landing. Rhaenyra has taken the capital. Across Westeros, the great houses have stopped sending ravens and started marching their armies. Showrunner Ryan Condal has promised that the pacing abandons the slow build of the previous years. The premiere immediately hits 60 miles an hour by opening with the massive naval conflict known as the Battle of the Gullet. To film this sequence, the production deployed hundreds of extras in period armor to fight through surf and ship debris, a level of coordination between sea, land, and aerial dragon units that Condal says was designed to test the limits of his crew. The political standoff is over. The Targaryen civil war has transitioned into a war of attrition, where victory is measured strictly by which side runs out of dragons first. But a second war is happening entirely off-screen. While cameras rolled, series creator George R.R. Martin sat in on a highly contentious Zoom call with HBO executives. According to reports, Martin spent the meeting laying out specific, detailed objections to Ryan Condal's creative roadmap for the upcoming episodes. At the end of that presentation, Martin reportedly delivered a blunt declaration to the showrunners: "This is not my story any longer." Season 3 represents a double risk. It must convince the audience that the Targaryen War works as a television spectacle, while simultaneously proving that the show can thrive after the original creator has effectively disowned it. As Condal assumes full creative control, the narrative moves away from the claustrophobic council chambers and introduces a massive wave of new commanders. Team Green gains their most valuable player, the youngest Targaryen son, Daeron, riding his dragon, the Blue Queen Tessarion. The Hightower faction also deploys its primary military muscle as Lord Ormond Hightower officially enters the field. To counter them, Cregan Stark honors his pact by sending 2,000 grizzled northern veterans down the neck, a brutal infantry force known as the Winter Wolves, led by Roddy the Ruin. With these factions colliding, the conflict breaks out of the family's immediate orbit and becomes a continental meat grinder. To actually film a war of this size, HBO uprooted a massive chunk of its production and relocated to the rugged terrain of North Wales. The expansive coastline of Llandwyn Beach was converted into the ancestral seat of Driftmark, serving as the staging ground for the Battle of the Gullet. Inland, the sprawling, jagged slate terraces of Dinorwig Quarry were rebuilt with medieval villages and wooden facades to double as the cursed fortress of Harrenhal. To pull off the sequences at Harrenhal, crews hauled in 38,000 liters of water and coordinated hundreds of armored extras to simulate a rain-drenched battlefield. The sheer financial and physical exertion of the production is expanding to match the vast destruction dictated by the source material. This timeline maps out the planned 8-episode arc. After the naval battle in the premiere, the violence moves inland, with the Riverlands campaign dominating episodes 2 through 5. By episode 6, the schedule points to a catastrophic event, the storming of the Dragon Pit. The season peaks in episodes 7 and 8, focusing entirely on Rhaenyra's devastating occupation of the capital and her ultimate fall. George R.R. Martin explicitly warned against altering the mechanics of these interconnected tragedies in a deleted blog post titled "Beware the Butterflies," but the scripts are locked. Condal must now navigate the most complex emotional beats of the entire war on his own terms, without taking notes from the original author. These 8 episodes function strictly as a penultimate chapter, designed to set up a definitive series finale in 2028. But by the time the credits roll this season, the show will have already executed its highest casualty events, including the mass slaughter of the dragons. These deaths are permanent. Once the CGI renders and the episodes air, the narrative choices cannot be rolled back. With these irrevocable plot points executed, HBO and Ryan Condal take complete, permanent ownership of the narrative. They are officially off book. Ultimately, millions of dollars spent in Welsh quarries and photorealistic dragons in the sky will not determine the show's success. The true test is whether Condal's unassisted vision can hold up under the intense scrutiny of a fractured, highly critical fanbase. The promotional trailer for the new season closes with a simple, ominous tagline: The Throne Knows No Mercy. We are about to find out if the Game of Thrones television franchise can survive without the blessing of its creator.